Hello, good afternoon. Our topic for today is typography. What is typography? Typography is an art and technique of arranging type to make written language legible, readable, and applying when displayed. The arrangement of type involves selecting type interface, point, size, line length, line spacing, leading, letter spacing, and adjusting the space within letter pairs. Example of that is the Times New Roman. Now that you know what's typography, now let's go to the basics of typography. The baseline is the imaginary horizontal line upon which character type interface sit. Cap height, the imaginary horizontal line resting upon the tops of the upper letter. Ascender is the upper tail on the letters like H, L, T, P, D, and K. Descender is a downward tail for the letters like G, Q, and Y. And lastly, X height, the height of the lower case of letters. In writing, space is necessary. So, now let's define what is space. Spacing refers to the horizontal space each character in type interface requires. In this picture, you will know the different types of spacing. There are many different types of spacing. First is kerning is a space between individual letters of a type. The next type is leading. It's a space between individual lines of a text. The next is tracking. Is a overall spacing between all letters. And lastly is the word spacing. Is the space between individual words of a sentence. Text can be aligned in four different ways. Left alignment is a casual default. It creates a easy to read text as we read from left to right. Center alignment draws the reader attention. It's the most suitable for headings and title. Right alignment can be applied to secondary information such as the date, business, name, address, and etc. on a letter. It's mainly used in address labels, business cards, and etc. Justified alignment is commonly used for newspaper articles, books, or newspaper with columns. It's difficult to work with it as river white space can occur. Rivers can be fixed by adjusting the tracking. Typefaces can be divided into these three categories. Serif type has extension or strokes on the end of the glyphs. Times New Roman is a popular example. It's easy to read and tends to be a little conservative. Serif creates a horizontal weight. Your job is to prevent our eyes from wandering up and down to the next line. The next type is sans serif type. Does not have extension or stroke. Is also easy to read and has more modern appeal. Arial is the sans serif type interface. Another type is scripts, decorative, and symbol type interface. Creates a very specific image. They are used for things like birthday invites, logos, and etc. And that's the end of the report. Thank you for listening, guys.